So today I'm going to be attempting sculpting. So I walked over to Amazon.com and bought a huge thing of Crayola air dry clay. Now this is like a 5-pound bucket, so I'm pretty sure we'll have enough for this project. So I started by ripping out a big chunk of clay and wetting it down with some water. I've never worked with air dry clay before, but I've seen other people do it on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. So I started by forming a little head and a little worm shape, I guess. And I cut the worm in half and attached it to the little head like ears. So this is going to be a little dog, but not any ordinary dog. It is going to be a dog in a plant. Well, the dog is the plant. So I just started by sculpting a little pot, and that took a while. Also, my cousin was over, so you're going to see her throughout the video. I just rolled out a piece of clay and wrapped it around the little pot to form the little edge that plant pots usually have. Once I was done with that, I just took the little dog head and attached it onto the pot to make it look like the dog was actually the plant. Now, I saw one time in art class when we had to do a clay project that we would score the pieces before attaching them. So that's what I did to make it easier for them to stick together. So then I just attached the little clay paws, and I took a while smoothing this out and trying to make it look good. After, I took a little piece and put it on his head so it could be the little leaf growing out of it. And here he is. Now I'm just going to set him out to dry. So then I just grabbed another clump of clay and started on the next project. Then I just formed this into a little ball, and this is going to be the body of a chicken. Now this chicken is going to be rudely shoved into a flower. Why is he shoved into a flower? I don't know, but he's very annoyed about it. So I just ripped off thin little pieces of clay and stuck it around his head like little petals. Now, working with thin pieces of clay is not my forte, and then again, I don't really have much experience with clay, but this was pretty difficult. I had a ton of pieces falling, and I had to put a ton of clay behind the petals to support it so that they wouldn't fall down. Then I took a while smoothing out all the clay so that the petals would stay on the chicken's head and wouldn't fall off when I was painting it. Then I just took another little piece of clay and started sculpting his little tail, because I don't want it to just be a chicken blob. So then I just cleaned off the table and started working on the last project. So this one is going to be a little bean. If you don't know what I'm talking about, which you most likely won't, it's from a little comic that I made a while ago about this bean superhero who's really bad at his job. So I just added some little bean arms so he's waving hello, and then just smoothing everything out. And I added some water to smooth it all out, and he looks really shiny.
What is that? He's
Then I gave him some little bean legs because in the comic he was able to stand up, and then just smoothing everything out one last time and setting him out to dry. So here are all my creations, and I'm probably going to have to wait a couple of days for them to be ready. So I'll see you then.